You're looking at what Will Boyd is starting with in March, a field of dirt. But come mid-April, he'll start turning that dirt into a crop that grows better in Georgia than anywhere else in the world.
Peanuts are just well suited to our soil. Georgia grows more peanuts than any other state. I think we could probably grow half of the peanuts in the whole country.
For our farmers, we're about a $500 million to $600 million farm gate value. But when you look at how that multiplies out in the industry, it's well over 2 times of a multiplier just from the farm gate back to the people that supply the farmers. That's not even moving forward to the processing and all that. So, we're a multi-billion-dollar industry for the folks here in Georgia, and that doesn't just impact us in South Georgia. That impacts the entire state.
And so peanuts are our main cash crop here on this farm and have been all of my life.
Boyd farms 4,000 acres in Screven and Effingham counties alongside his father and brother. He believes deeply in the values that are passed through the land across generations.
If you don't have somebody to carry on the legacy, why do it? There's not a sunset on a farm. It's a building process, and so what we want to do is leave it for the next generation and the next one after that, hopefully better than where we found it.
The citizens in Georgia need to wake up and pay attention.
Another hallmark of a farmer's life is a willingness to help out your neighbors when a need arises. In 2018, that need was weather-related when Hurricane Michael ripped across South Georgia's peanut belt.
So we saw some areas that were hard to believe, actually.
Despite the devastation, the farming community stood together.
Yeah, we're a really tight community. We, last year we had a hurricane, we had bad weather, real inclement, just a hard harvest. And several of our neighbors came over and helped us harvest in the end, and we helped neighbors, and for no cost. Like, we just swap out work and share, and it's a sharing community and a good community. If somebody's in need, we all come to help.
In recent times, farmers have taken neighborliness to the next level as they've banded together to accomplish things that no individual farmer could tackle.
In recent times, the American Peanut Grower Group in Donaldsonville, premium peanut, largest peanut processing and shelling plant on earth. It's actually in Douglas, Georgia. Tifton Quality Peanuts, another great example in the peanut industry where producers have come together. They own a stake, provide an initial point where their product that they produce in the field is marketed, but then they own a stake in the value-added activities of preparing that commodity to be used as an ingredient for candies or roasted nuts or whatever it might be. So many agricultural cooperative opportunities and success stories out there, and I think that's really going to be a part of our future moving forward too.
Well, working together is always going to be important, especially at the current trend now as far as what equipment costs. A lot of times you may not grow enough cotton to be able to afford some of these new cotton pickers. So if somebody has one and you're able to work out a deal with them, or even if you're paying them per acre to harvest, that allows you to grow that crop and get it harvested. Otherwise, you're looking at having to purchase more land and more equipment investment, and there's a lot of times commodity prices just won't support a large growth at one time. So it's extremely important as far as working together in various crops.
Anytime you pick out one of these red bags of peanuts, you're supporting Georgia's peanut farmers.
In 1961, Georgia's 4,500 peanut farmers joined together to create the Georgia Peanut Commission. The results of that creation have been dramatic.
Some of the things that we do on their behalf is fund research projects through the University of Georgia or USDA, as well as promotion and educational initiatives throughout the state.
When we got started in 1961, yields weren't anywhere near even a ton to the acre. And right now we're well over 2 tons to the acre. So our research programs have really helped push that research and extension.
There are numerous ways these commissions work together to take the farmer's story, to take the producers, just to build that relationship between the consumer and the producer, which is something that's very popular now. And I think their mission has been important in the past, but I think even going to be far more so in the future as we continue to bridge this gap between producer and consumer.
We've continued to maintain a successful farm safety net for our farmers to be able to deal with things like hurricanes and issues like that. We've been good advocates in Washington to keep a peanut farm program that allows some level of support when things get really snaky out there for the farmers, when we have things like hurricanes and droughts and those kind of issues.
The research that the Peanut Commission helps fund has been particularly important in uncovering the stunning health benefits of peanuts.
We know that heart disease is the #1 killer of men and women in the United States and many parts of the world. We also know that cancer is the second leading cause of death in the United States. And then we also know that many Americans are plagued with diabetes. It is interesting and amazing that peanuts can help to prevent all three of these chronic diseases. And we have the research to show that. Just in 2018 alone, we saw a review that came out from Loma Linda University that showed that peanut consumption can not only reduce your risk for developing heart disease, but also dying from heart disease. And that is a significant benefit that I think that all Americans can appreciate.
And now, national research has provided a pathway to nearly eliminate the threat of peanut allergies.
The other things we do are educate not only farmers but consumers, and a big issue that we've had right now that we're really excited about. Peanut allergy is something that everybody kind of knows that it's an issue for us. But we have a couple of things going. One is oral immunotherapy that now is working. And even more so is the early introduction to children, where the pediatricians now recommend that you introduce children by 4 months old to peanut protein. And that way you can avoid peanut allergy in about 94% of the cases where it would typically occur.
Now, you may not have thought of peanuts as a way to fight poverty and hunger, particularly on a global scale, but think through its nutritional value, the fact that it's non-perishable, and its price, and you'll come to a conclusion that can change lives.
Peanuts are just such a good, healthy food, and when you can grow something that's good and healthy and it's cheap, a cheap source of protein. So what you're talking about, third world countries and people in need, they pack easily, they ship easily, and so they're really, it's just almost a perfect food.
Are you ready for the perfect make-ahead meal? This Peanut Power Bowl combines a superfood with superpowers, all thanks to, you guessed it, the peanut. First, make a heart-healthy peanut sauce with coconut milk, peanut butter, and a fresh squeeze of lime. Load your bowl with a fiber-rich grain base like farro or quinoa. Then add veggies, a pop of citrus, some antioxidants, and good fat. For more delicious recipe inspiration, go to gapeanuts.com.